හලෝ හරි හරි දැන් එනවනේ
දැන් එනවා.
හරි
හරියට.
එතකොට මම ඉස්සෙල්ලාම බලන්න යන්නේ මමද I'm going to explain this difference between the struct and the union. You know the difference but I just wanted to give you the size. Okay, හරි දැන් මම මේ කෝඩ් එක රන් කරනවා. ඔය මේ එතකොට මේක තමා තියෙන output එක හරිද? So you have to write those outputs. Those are the outputs that you would get. Okay. For the sorry, these are the answers for the question. Okay. මේක ඉස්සෙල්ලා solve කරගමු. Okay, කට්ටියට දැන් කෝඩ් එක එන්නේ නැහැ කියවනේ. Okay, so මම මේක save කරේ නැහැ. හරි. Okay. hold on. හරි. modem හරි එතකොට මෙතන මම දැන් බලන්නේ මේ ස්ට්‍රක්චර් එකට මොකද්ද තියෙන සයිස් එක කියලා හරිද මොකක් හරි ස්ට්‍රක්චර් මේකේ 32 කියලා තියෙනවා හරිද එතකොට 20යි 24යි 28යි 28යි 8යි 28යි 16 sorry හරි එතකොට ස්ට්‍රක්චර් එකක හරිද අපිට ස්ට්‍රක්චර් එකක සයිස් එක ඉස්සෙල්ලා දැන් ඉස්සෙල්ලා මේ කෝඩ් එක දිහා බලමු හරිද අපි කෝඩ් එක උඩින් ඉඳන් බලාගෙන යමු මෙතන struct person කියලා එකක් ඉන්නවා හරිද එතකොට මෙයාට character එකක් තියෙනවා මෙතන 20ක් ඒ කියන්නේ ඉඩ දීලා තියෙනවා 20ක් ඕකේ ඊට පස්සේ අපිට මේකේ integer එකක් තියෙනවා මෙතන double එකක් තියෙනවා මෙතන 20යි 24යි so in that case we get this one as what 32 okay because මෙතන සම්පූර්ණ size එක කියලා මෙතන සම්පූර්ණ size එක 32 මේ ඒක තමයි මෙතන වෙලා තියෙන්නේ අපි මෙතන size එක බලනවා in that case the size of the struct is 32 why character එකට 20යි int එකට 4යි 24 and for the double it's 8 so in that case it's 32 okay so now we are initializing values for the struct මේ බලන්න අපි කියනවා structure එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා person කියලා okay then we are saying hey there is a thing called a structure person its name is Ramesh මේ structure එකගේ නම Ramesh මම කියනවා Rameshට දෙන්න කියලා Ramesh කියන නම Ramesh.name age and salary okay and then මෙතන තියෙනවා union එක what is the meaning of the union union means what is the size of this union the size is 8 ඇයි මෙතන double එක මේ බලන්න දැන් මම මෙතන ඉස්සෙල්ලාම ගත්ත structure size එක හරිද මම ගත්තොත් එහෙම හරිද මම ගත්තොත් එහෙම size of the union okay the size of the union union employee මේක උත්තරේ මොකක් වෙයිද the answer of this would be what the size of the union is 8 the size of the structure is 32 තේරුණා නේද so in that case you have to understand those stuff as well එතකොට name එක දැන් මෙතන තියෙනවානේ you know this stuff right Ramesh age එක salary and the other thing is the next part the department code and the employee ID these things are coming from where? The union. Okay, so you might be wondering what would happen there. එතකොට okay, එතකොට මෙතන අපි කරන්න ඕන in this case, okay, the answers are මේ බලන answers, department is 0, ID is 0, salary is 100,000 or 10,000. ඇයි මෙහෙම වුනේ? As you know, in the union, the biggest number is the size of the union. Metan in Tribunata, the double is the biggest size. It has 8 bytes. So in that case, the size is 8 bytes. Elisa, what has happened is these aims, these stuff are overwritten. Overwritten means these stuff are removed and only the salary remains. That is why we get the output as 0. If this is a struct, this would not happen. Okay, make a struct එකක් වුණා නම් මෙහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So if we make this a structure, okay, if we make this a struct, okay, if we make this a struct, okay, and then we say, hey, get us a struct. Struct means structure. Okay, if we do it like this, then මෙහෙම එන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් එනවා අර අපි දුන්න values ටික ඔක්කොම එනවා. Okay, නේ department is 2, ID is 101. ඇයි? If we give these values as a structure, අපි මෙතන කලින් දුන්න union එකක් විදිහටනේ, we are giving these values as a structure now. Okay, so yeah, so this is the answer. I hope you got the answer. කටේට තේරුණා නේද? මේ මෙතන මේක පොඩ්ඩක් මට වැරදිලා. So කටේට තේරුණානේ? name එක තියෙනවා, age එක මේ employee නම් එන්න salary එක විතරයි. අනිත් කැලි ඔක්කොම හැලිලා. Okay, අනිත් කැලි ඔක්කොම හැලිලා. මම හිතන්නේ ඔයගලන්ට තේරුණා. හරි, අපි ඊළඟ එකට යන්න නැත්නම් අපිට වෙලා යනවා. ඒ වෙලා යනවා කියන්නේ හොඳටම වෙලා ගින් තියෙනවා. Okay, so see, I think you get these details. See, you know this stuff. Okay, I think you understood this. මේක තේරෙනව නේද? I think you know this. Yeah, you know it, right? I make කියන්න ඕනේ. Okay, හරි, ඊළඟට අනිත් part එක. Yeah, the next part is also filling in the gaps part. So in this one, we have to give out, we have to complete this code snippets. Okay, so as you can see, I have the answer. As you can see, so yeah, I have the answer. But for the first, before doing that, I want to show you 2 main important videos. Those are very important. First of all, we will watch the first one. And yeah.
A pointer is an address in memory. When you create a variable, it will assign an address in memory. You can store that address in another variable.
Will you make a sound? You hear the sound?
එහෙනම් හැබැයි සද්ද ටිකක් මදි වගේම.
සද්ද මදි වගේනේ පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න. හරි. මම හිතන්නේ දැන් ඔයාලට ඇහි. පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න.
Address in memory. When you create a variable, it's assigned an address in memory. You can store that address in another variable called a pointer. A pointer is represented in code as being the data type with an asterisk after it.
මේක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙනවද පොයින්ට් එකක් කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා? පොයින්ට් එක නිකන් මොකක් හරි variable එක address එක store කරන තැන. A pointer is just a variable where the memory address will be stored.
This type of variable points to a location in memory that holds a specific type of data. A pointer could be created in one of 2 ways. The first way is taking the address of an existing variable on the stack. This is done by using the address of operator, or an ampersand, and placing it in front of an identifier. In this example, we are saying that P is equal to the address of I. The second way is by performing a dynamic memory allocation using malloc. malloc allocates memory on the heap and returns the address of it. This memory must be freed at some point to avoid memory leaks. To get the value of a pointer, you need to dereference it using the value of operator. This is done by placing
malloc just forget the malloc part. Just think about this part only.
an asterisk for an identifier, effectively saying, give me the value of the memory pointed to by P. You can also set the value pointed to by P by dereferencing P and setting it to a value. This has been C pointers in 60 seconds.
One of the hardest things for new programmers to learn is pointers. Whether it's pointers by themselves, pointers that point to arrays, or pointers that point to pointers, something about this concept just drives people crazy. And if you're a new programmer, well, you're not alone. I was one of those people when I learned C back in the day, and like you, I'm eager to understand. In this video, I'll show you what a pointer is so you can fully understand how they work, the syntax of pointers so you can easily read them, and finally, why everyone cares so much about pointers and what they're used for. Before we start, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, leave a like. I put out videos demystifying topics like this and much more on a weekly basis. What is a pointer? The question that's been asked since the beginning of time. Well, maybe not that long, but computer science students have been asking this question for a while.
Okay, මෙතන videos දෙකක් තියෙනවා. There are 2 videos in here. I think you can watch them later. මෙතන එකේ කොටිවික they are explaining what pointers are. Okay, so I think you know what pointers are. Let me go to the white. Whiteboard would down කරන්න. Quickly, I will explain what pointers are, and then I will get back here. Okay. Point එකක් කියන්නේ it's just a memory address. Okay, assume that we have an integer called x is 65, and then we say it's something like this and 65. Okay, and what happens is that if we say something like this, okay, hello, the battery is down of the tablet, so the tab is down, so I think I don't have the whiteboard anymore, so I'll just go through this question quickly. Method Isalama, we need to have a function called calculate sum product, and we are calling that function, and as you can see that in the code there is nothing returning, so this is a void. That's why we are putting 10 in here. Okay, and then we are giving arguments. As you can see, we are giving numbers down here. So in that case, we are giving 2 integers, 6 and 7. And after that, okay, we are doing calculate the sum and the product. However, we are using the sum and the product here originally. So what has happened is we are giving the addresses of sum and product variable to the function, and this function takes sum and product pointers. See, the 1 and 2 are sum and product pointers. We are getting them, and then we are doing some operations to the these variables or functions, and then we are completing the code here. Before calling this calculate sum function, we have 2 numbers, and we have 2 variables which are not initialized. These are zeros. See, we have these parts. These are zeros. Okay, and as you can see in the comment, it says call the function to calculate the sum and product by reference. Okay, we are referencing the variable sum and product here during the function call. Okay, we are giving, this is a calculate function. Here the A is 5, B is 5. These are copies of number 1 and number 2. This is a pointer. Okay, this points to the address of the sum. This points to the product or the address of the product. Okay, we are giving the addresses to this function. Okay, so the function can directly call these ones in the main function. This is the sub function, calculate function, it calls the variables in the main function. After execution, this part, this box is destroyed, this function is done, then we have the values. This is modified by the reference. Make තේරුණානේ කට්ටියට. ඒ තමයි. So yeah, I think මේක තේරුණානේ කට්ටියට. මම හිතන්නේ තේරුණා නේද? You got this right? මේක තේරුණානේ? Okay. හරි. ඔව් කට්ටියට තේරිලා කියලා හිතනවා. I have the answers. I'll give the code later. Okay, pointers. හරි. ඊට පස්සේ වැදගත්ම දෙයක් තමයි how to get the size of an array. There are two ways to get the size of an array. Okay, as you can see, we can get the size of the there is a array called numbers. We can get numbers and we get the size of double, which means the size of one element in an array. Okay, data type. We can get it like this, or we can get it like this as well. Okay, the first element divided by the whole array size. 184 divided by 8. We have about 24 elements. Okay? The memory address is 1000 1008. Okay? 4096. Then it has increased by 8. It goes like that forever. Like not forever. For a time. Okay. So this is the whole array. Okay. So a simple note about arrays: they are fixed size. It has fixed size. Okay, and the arrays should be from same data type, and the arrays have contiguous memory. It means that the memories have this location. See, they are next to one another. Okay. I think you know this stuff. I guess. Okay. Yeah. මේක තේරෙනවා ඇති කියලා හිතනවා. Yeah. තේරෙනවා ඇතිනේ. හරි. හරි. Most important කැලලක් තියෙනවා මේක විතරක් කරලා I think I can stop this. It's going to an end. We will stop this at 1:30 because the time has passed. We started this at 9:45. So it's too much time. එතකොට අපි pointers ගැන කතා කරා. We talked about pointers. There are three types of pointers. There is a pointer to a constant pointers, constant pointer to a constant pointer. Then මේක අවුල් වෙනවා මම දන්නවා. Pointer to a constant එකක් කියන්නේ හරිද? මේක තේරුම තමයි අපිට මේකේ හරිද value එක වෙනස් කරන්න බෑ. Point එක වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. See? Const int, which means this is a constant pointer, and the address or the value, the address is this one. We can't change the value of the pointer or the value of the original variable. However, we can change the pointer address. See, you can change the pointer to point to a different address in this first type. There's another type called constant pointer. Here, it is the other case. You cannot change the address of the pointer. However, you can change the value of the pointer. You can point එකෙන් direct කරන variable එකේ value එක change කරන්න පුළුවන්, but you can't change the address of the pointer. මෙතන තේරුණාද? ඒක තේරුණා කියන හිතනවා. මේක තේරුණා නේද? ඉක්මන කියන්න. හරි නේද? Yeah, we got this right. Okay. හරි නේද? Yeah. Yeah. So I think you got this. මං හිතන්නේ ඔයගලන්ට මේක තේරුණා. If not, call me later. Okay, ඊට පස්සේ තව එකක් තියෙනවා constant pointer to a constant. Make it, you can't change the value or you can't change the address. You cannot change anything. So if you by have these three parts, okay, this one is constant, the type and the pointer. This is a constant pointer. The pointer can be modified on the first one. See, this can be modified. The address can be modified, but in the second part, the second one, constant pointer, you can't change the address, and the third one, you can't change anything. If you know these three types of pointers, you can answer the B part pretty easily. Okay, so for the time being, I will give out the slides. Okay, so you can refer to them, or you have lecture notes as well. They are explaining those pointers and how they work. These constant pointers. Okay. Okay. Now I'll go to the other one, the part B. Okay. So these are the answers. I'll add them on the slide so you can get them and understand the concept. And after that, these are the constant pointers. And then the next one would be, yeah, after that, there are pointer arithmetic. I really wanted to discuss this, but since we do not have time, and you guys also need to do your own studying, I think I will close the lesson now. This is called pointer arithmetic. I'll have the answers. I'll have the slideshow as well. So you can refer to the answers and you can refer to the constant pointers as well. So these are sort of like the ideas that I wanted to give you. I think you must have gotten something out of this, at least something. Yeah. Yeah, I what I really wanted to say is that even I don't know C, I know C, but not to the point of understanding everything. Even senior programmers can't understand some concepts of C, especially pointers. Okay, so it's normal to not understand them at the first time, but get your help from your friends, and you still have time. So this is 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I don't know. You still have time. So if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll give out the answers. Yeah. The last things would be to understand the struct sizes. Just go through how to correctly get the sizes of the structures, and those when you divide a float by a float, what would happen, what would be the size, point arithmetic, constant pointers. Just go through these things. That will be enough actually. I mean, like, the most important parts. I think sir said that we won't get file handling, so those parts are just this covers the whole syllabus that we have. So if you have any questions, just let me know. මෙතනින් අපි මේක ඉවර කරමු. Yeah, thank you.